I'm Isaac Newton, born in England in 1643. I developed the principles for modern physics and published the Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy. It is one of the most influential pieces of work for physics, where I explained in exact forms many of the laws of physics. I provided the framework for the scientific revolution. Blah blah blah. The point is, I wrote 3 laws of motions. What was that? An object was in motion and stayed in motion until it hit me, making an unbalanced force and changed the direction of the ball. This can also be seen when we throw a ball. It will stay in motion at a constant velocity until gravity, or in this case, Diego, acts upon it, changing the velocity. The book's mass is 1 kilogram times 9.8 meters per second squared. That is equal to force. The book will hit the ground at a force of 9.8 newtons. If there is no air resistance, the floor is pushing up at the same amount of newtons as the book to stop it and not go under. On Earth, the acceleration rate is of 9.8 meters per second squared. If Diego is standing on Earth and he has a mass of 70 kilos, then he'd have a force of 686 newtons. However, let's say he's on the moon, where the acceleration due to gravity is 1.6 meters per second squared. His mass is still the same 70 kilos. However, the force of Diego will be 112 newtons. We can become weightless, but not massless when we are in outer space. The acceleration is 0, but the mass is still the same. States that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. We can see that Diego is jumping. He is pushing himself downwards in order to lift himself from the ground. This is the 3rd law.
For example, Diego pushes downwards 800 newtons of force. The equal and opposite reaction will be for him to be pushed in the opposite direction by the same amount of force, thus proving the 3rd law of Newton.